Okay, as promised in an earlier episode, we're now looking at the finished door panels from the 76 930 Carrera Coupe. Couple of things to note. Firstly, this is leather. All our leathers are imported from Germany. We have weekly air freight. We ship through London Heathrow directly to LAX. This is all made in-house, handmade to order, exactly as original. One of the things I want to say about the leather, there's a lot of inexpensive leather available domestically. That's not what we use. We pay a lot of money for our leather. It's the very best factory specification auto hide, 1.1 to 1.4 millimeters thick. So it replicates the factory leather very closely. Most original colors are available to us. Of course, we're looking at black here. There are many things that set Heritage apart from competitors, and one of them is our 8 millimeter twin needle sewing machine. An expensive machine. It has two sewing needles that sew at the same time, spaced at exactly 8 millimeters apart. Now, this is what they used at Porsche factory, and this is how we do it. It is absolutely impossible for even the very best sewers in the world, including the sewers at the factory, to sew two parallel lines together 8 millimeters apart consistently, line after line after line after production year. Impossible. So when we see shops try to do this and competitors do it without the right equipment, inevitably these lines are not straight and noticeably different and inaccurate. You can see here that we nail it exactly as original. We also have the right amount of padding, often under padded or over padded. We've seen it both ways from others. We have the original style extrusion on the door panels that we provide. We had this made in Europe, and we have it on the roll, and we apply that to every door panel. These are original frames here, but we do have replacements available. And the door itself, in these early cars, they were 1/8-inch foam padded, and then in addition there's the foam, the 1/2-inch foam that's used behind the pleated section. But the results are evident. You can see just how beautifully these are sewn and how accurate they look. And as I mentioned before, whenever possible, we use the original foams that were on the original doors. You can see some here. They tend to use these foams for a reason, for padding on the door. And if they at the factory have done it, then we do it, because they didn't do anything without reason. And you can see how beautifully finished this is on the back. And I would argue that this is finished even better than it was at Porsche factory, because they were mass produced there, and they didn't have the time that we put into these, frankly. So you can see the results right there. So we had these original pieces from the customer available. These two were in too poor condition to reuse, so we've replaced them with just standard quarter foam. But all in all, I think you guys can see the quality. The very best 911 door panels anywhere in the world.